My name is Sandy Hart, and I am in Southern California on the previously occupied territory of the Aina-Nia Band of Mission Indians in Carlsbad, California. My work today as an interfaith community builder looks very little like the interfaith activist I was 22 years ago when I started the women's interfaith organization S.A.R.A.H, the Spiritual and Religious Alliance for Hope, which was an answer to the call following the events of 9/11 as our first catalyst. And the result was me bringing together women of all different faith traditions to accept our marching orders as women of our community, women of every faith, in lockstep and with locked arms. We got to know one another through our various faith identities, but also our various perspectives and traditions and cultures, and really deepening the roots of our own traditions too, but ultimately accepting our role as the mothers of the community. And it was for us to bring everyone together to create a safe and harmonious community. We were creative, we were dynamic, we were experiential. And again, still coming together to nurture ourselves in circle. And we had a creed. Our creed was, I am a woman of my community dedicated to creating a more safe and harmonious environment with my daily actions. Over time, we started to slow down, but it wasn't time to close shop. It wasn't time to put S.A.R.A.H away. I had a very strong knowing that we possibly, even after 15 or 17 years, we'd only just begun, and something more important was about to happen. And we had to experience where we were for the last decade and a half to prepare ourselves for where we were going. But we didn't know what that was. We just knew we were on our way. At the same time as listening to what was being asked of us, how we could be in the highest service to what we could tell was this evolutionary impulse of our times, the global pandemic arose. So as grace would have it, that allowed us opportunities to expand globally with our online programming. And we hosted world-renowned thought leaders and visionaries, indigenous elders. Aina-Nia we've hosted her a number of times, and that's how we became friends. What really surprised me most was that immediately after setting up the space and seeing people come in and experience this space and hearing people say, I feel safe, this whole parliament should be a women's village. I left the parliament thinking, oh, now what? Then remembering our creed at S.A.R.A.H, we remember that we are women of our community dedicated to creating a more safe and harmonious environment with our daily actions. And what did that mean? That meant that our daily actions are fueled by our choices and our behavior, and that all stems out of our belief of who we are. Now we've done our work in the community, but then what about us? Maybe we're the ones that are keeping patriarchy in play. Maybe we have some work to do. Where is that piece in us that we may not be bringing to the world? We're very good about reading all the books. We're very good about listening and understanding. But are we really careful and honest with ourselves? Are we truly living those values in our daily life? What is the internal work we have to do? And I believe, and actually Indigenous prophecy has prophesied, that the staff has been passed to the feminine. Now, I have grappled between, is feminine gender specific? And of course, no. We all, men and women, or those who don't identify at all, carry within us that balance of the divine feminine, the divine masculine. These are just characteristics. This is just the fact of who we are. We just get tripped up on the language. I had to look at myself. I'm so good at looking outward. We all are. We're so good. And yeah, that sounds like we're being judgy, and we are. It's our survival technique. I raised my vibration, so I'm raising the vibration on the planet. I can only truly influence people through my actions and through my integrity. And it's through my integrity that I hope, if I am going to influence anybody, it's going to be because they find their own integrity by watching me and my integrity, perhaps, and my vulnerability, in my ability and capacity to say, dang, I struggle every day. I woke up this morning forgetting who I was. I woke up this morning needing to do some work. So I have to do the work. I have to really put in the work. I have to do my mantras or remove myself from my lower self and rise above it through meditation, or ground myself on Mother Earth and feel her heartbeat. Take the word just, J-U-S-T, out of our vocabulary, unless we mean justice or something just happened, like it's timeful. Just diminishes what I'm about to say. I just want to tell you. No, I want to tell you. I just have a feeling. No, I have a feeling. I just have a thought. I have a thought. Think about what that word does. It's like the word but at the end of a sentence. I love you, but. I am good with my opinion. I am good with my thought. And if I'm not, I shouldn't be saying it in the first place. Okay, that's the first one. That simple one. Catch yourself. If you have to pinch yourself every time you say it. The other is agree that this requires practice. Agree that, and perhaps some of the things that we have done before that have fallen like a good diet, that it requires practice. So we have to stick with it. We have to be disciplined with ourselves to do the work, to recognize ourselves. And I say the practice we should start with is questioning everything. Because one of the other signs of transforming is that we start noticing assumptions. Question everything and then start asking different assumptions. Do I really feel that way? Is that really how I feel? Is that really necessary? Do I really need that? And see if you can keep that practice in your pocket, because then you start identifying, wow, I've been living something that isn't really how I feel. Or I'm not doing what I absolutely should be doing. Ultimately, all of this brings us back to showing up in our authentic power, which I equate to authentic peace. And it starts right here.